Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Electronics Vibes. Today we will discuss about the Karnaugh maps, basics of the Karnaugh map. This Karnaugh map, or in short K-map, is a graphical method of simplifying Boolean equation used for simplification of Boolean function in a digital circuit. This method is an easy and systematic method for reducing the Boolean expression. The graphical representation known as a Karnaugh map or K-map. K-map is a graphical chart which contains boxes. It is a matrix containing rows and columns. Each box or cell represents the output values of a Boolean function. The output value in each cell is derived from the minterms of Boolean expression. Minterm is a product term consisting of all the functions or variables or literals in the complemented or non-complemented form. Again, minterm is a product term consists of all the functions variables or literals means the inputs in the complemented or non-complemented form. One thing must be remember, each minterms shows the high value in the SOP form. Let's see the structures of K-map for the 2 variable, 3 variable and 4 variables. In these sections, we see how to plot the K-map for the 2, 3 and 4 variables, which values place in the cells from the truth table and using the equations. Let's see the K-map for a given truth table. Since consider any example having 2 input variables. Consider the function fxy equal to xy plus xy complement. As we know that if there are 2 input variables, then the possibilities of 4 minterms for the different values of x and y. Why there are 4 possibilities? Because it is in the powers of 2. There are 2 variables, therefore 2 raised to 2 is equal to the 4, where base 2 is a power 2. This is a structure for the K-map. For the 2 variables, this contains the 4 cells. Now, K-map for the 2 variables. See here, K-map has a cell for each minterms, means it has a cell for each line for the truth table of function. See here, x and y both are 0. Then there is a cell, that cell is called as a M0, means this minterms shows by the 0 condition. Minterms for the x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 is written as x complement, y complement. Therefore, in this K-map, see here, there are the 4 cells in this K-map. These 4 cells contains each minterms. First row and first column, here x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Minterms is represented by M0. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, minterm is represented by M1. When x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0, the minterm is M2 for the xy complement. When x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, minterms represented by M3. In the cell M0, M1, M2, M3, we place the output value, that means x and y are the inputs and z is the output. Here in this truth table, for x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, output is 0. Therefore, in place of M0, we put the 0. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, output is 0. Therefore, in this place, we put 0. For the place 1, 0, when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0, output again 0. Therefore, in place of M2 minterms, we place 0. Means here is a 0. When x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, output is 1. Therefore, this 1 is placed here. Here. M3 is 1. This is the plotting the K-map for a given truth table in a two variable. Similarly, for the again we see the one of the example. Here if x and y are the two input variables and output is A, B, C, D, then this K-map shows the plotting for a two input variables. Then the K-map for three variables. If the input variables or the literals are 3, then 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. Means K-map contains the 8 cells as well as truth table contains the 8 cells from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. The minterms are x complement, y complement, z complement. This minterm is represented here. For example, we plot the through K-map. Here we divide two variables and one variables, input variable. Then as there are as the three variables, therefore the 8 cells x and yz, this is the input variables. X contains the 0 and 1, yz contains 0, 0 to 1, 1. Therefore, for the first rows, x is equal to 0. In the first row, x is equal to 0. Second row, x is equal to 1. Whereas, there are 4 columns where y, z is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. But see the sequence. The sequence is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. This is not the binary sequence, but the binary numbers are converted into the gray code, means this is a gray code with respect to the binary. Since after 0, 1, we take the 1, 0 binary where two variables changes at a times. Both the variables change at times, means 1 change to 0 and 0 change to 1. If in the simplification method more than one variable change at a time, then the simplification becomes complicated. To avoid this, one time one change. Therefore, this is used in a gray code combinations. In a first row, for all 4 columns, x is equal to 0, while yz change from 0, 0 to first column 0, 0, second column 0, 1, third column 1, 1 and fourth column 1, 0. Okay. Then This is another example or same example where the representation is different or both the K maps are same, only shows where yz is equal yz values and xj values are by this method, yz is equal to 0 0, yz equal to 0 1, like that. The first row of the K map contains all the minterms where x has a 0 value, and first column contains all the minterms where y and z both have a value of 0. Second column contains y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1 and x is equal to 0. In second row, x is equal to 1. This is the change only. K-map simplification or the plotting of K-map for the 4 variables. This model can be extended to accommodate the 16 midterms that are produced by 4 input functions. As there are 4 input variables, therefore 2 raised to 4 is equal to 16, means 16 cells. Therefore, the input variable wx, y, z are divided into the two parts, wx and yz. We can interchange these positions, no doubt. We can interchange this. Wz value in a first row 0 0, second row 0 1, third row 1 1 and fourth row 1 0. Whereas yz value in a first column 0 0, second column 0 1, third column 1 1 and fourth column 1 0. Means for this first column in all these sequences yz is equal to 0 0. Whereas in a first row wz is equal to 0 0. Means we put the value in a first row where wz is 0 0 but yz changes from 0 0 to 1 1. In second rows wz is 0 1 and yz change its variables. Like that we can put the output of the truth table for the given inputs in each cell. Now the way of grouping. While grouping, we should group must be contains the number of ones. The number of ones in a group must be a power of 2, even if it is contains a single one. We can group 1, 2, 4, 8 number of ones, but cannot group 3, 5, 7 number of ones. In a group, first is a pair. A group of 2 adjacent ones is called a pair. Chord. Group of 4 adjacent ones is called chord. Group of 8 adjacent ones is called octet. The rules for K-map simplification. Rules of K-map simplifications are: grouping can contain only ones and no zero in the SOP form, but in the POS form groups contains zeros. Diagonal groups are not allowed. The group must be made as large as possible. Groups can overlap and wrap around the side of the K-map. Pair eliminates one variable. Chord eliminates two variables. Octet eliminates three variables. Then which variables eliminate? The variable which change its value from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. See this K-map. For two variables, the function is f having input variables x and y. The function is used for the OR gate x plus y. Means this truth table is for OR gate. As we know that OR gate output is high if any one input is high. Therefore, For only first row, means when x and y both are 0, output is 0, and for others output is 1. Then how it can place the values? See here, the first row, first column. First row is x is equal to 0, first column is y is equal to 0, and this first cells is the combinations of x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Means these rows from the truth table, first row value place here m0, x complement y complement, means x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. The output is 0, therefore place this value is 0. See here m0 where we place 0. Second 0 1 means x is equal to 0, that means the first row, y is equal to 1 means the second column. This first row, second column, this position means here this position, output is 1, therefore we place 1 here. In the second row, and the first column, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0 means this position, output is 1, therefore we place 1 here. And last is x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, output is 1, therefore we place the value is equal to 1. Hope you understand the plotting of the K-map for the two input variable using this truth table. Now finding the adjacent ones. Adjacent means this m0 is adjacent to m1 and m2. Adjacent is always in rectangular. These both are adjacent to these one are adjacent to each other. Now for the given expression can be reduced to its simplest terms by finding the adjacent ones in the K-map known as the groups that are in the powers of 2. In this, we have two such groups having adjacent ones. See here, this 2 1 and these 2 1s are adjacent to each others. Therefore, the violet one group and this green color one group shows the adjacent ones. See here, there are 3 ones and 2 groups. This one is one group, means the second column and both rows. Second rows and both column contains the adjacent ones. Okay, now see in another example which is for the 3 variables. F of x is equal to x complement, y complement, z complements, means x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 1. The variable which shown by the complement, its value is 0 and uncomplement means value is 1. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 1 means first row x is equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 1 means the second column. This value contains means this cell is 1, indicated by 1 in a K-map using the equation. Second, x is 0, y and z both are 1 1. Yz 1 1 means this third column. X is 0 means the first row, means x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1 1 means this cell. This cell contains the value 1. X, y complement z, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 1 means second row, and x is equal to 1 means this rows. It contains the value equal to 1, and last is x, y and z, all values are 1 means this x is equal to 1, y, z is equal to 1, we place value is equal to 1 from the from the boolean equations. Okay, if there is a such boolean expression is given containing the minterms in the form of SOP, then how we can plot the KMF? Here two methods either gives the expression or truth table. From truth table we also plot the KMF, and from the equation, if that standard equation is given, then from that standard equation we can also plot the KMF in this way. Hope so you understand this. See here, there are 4 ones and these 4 ones are adjacent to each others. All 1 are adjacent to each others, means there is a formations of chord. And if there is formation of chord, then we say that both rows values of x is 0 and 1. In first row value is 0 and second row value of x is equal to 1. Therefore x is eliminated. And for this 2 column, y is 0 in a second column and y is equal to 1 in third column. Therefore y also eliminated. Only z is constant in both columns here. Therefore output of this function is f of xy equal to z. Here. Right? Then another expression. Again this function is a 3 variable. This contains 6 ones. In this equation 6 minterms. 6 minterms, that means it contains the 6 ones in a KMF. The first is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 0, because all the functions, all the literals in complemented form. Therefore x is value of 1 is here. Second, xy is 0 and z is equal to 1, means x is 0 first row, y is 0, z is 1, means this cell. Third is yz, both are 1 1 this column, and x is 0 because x complemented form. This cell contains 1. See, in this fourth minterm, x is 0, y is 1 and z is 0, means this cell. Third, x is 1, yz is 0 0, means first column, second row, this cell contains 1. Then x is in the fifth minterms, x is 1, y and z both are 0 0, this. And last is xy z complement, x and y both are 1 1 and z is 0, z 0, y is 1 means the last column, and x is 1 means the second row. This cell contains the 1 and remaining both cells represented by 0. This is simple technique to plot the KMF using the function, given function. Now there are 4 ones contained in the KMF. Can you find the adjacent ones? How many groups? Guess. Here these 4 ones in a first row all are adjacent to each others, means one chord. And you think that these 2 ones are adjacent to each others, means one pair. Again this is one pair, means at first when we see this, then we think that there is a one chord and two rows. But no, there are two chords. This is first chord and second chord is by grouping this one corner ones and this corner ones by the folding nature. If we fold from here, if we fold K map from here, then this one and this one both are overlapped to each other. This one and this one both are overlapped to each others. And these are adjacent, these and these are adjacent. Therefore, this column 0 0 column and 1 0 column is adjacent to each others. Therefore, this is a one chord. Means in this expression there are two chords. Here by green line, this is one chord and this is second chord. Then we see what is the output for this function. See here, in the first row, all over x is equal to 0. Means x is constant, but yz change its value. Yz in a column changes. Therefore, y and z both are eliminated and x is remain. Since x value is equal to 0, therefore, at the output, it must be in a complemented form. Means for this chord, equation is x complement, and for this first row, first column and second last column, in a row x value change 0 to 1, and in this both column z is 0 only, z 0. Therefore, output is z complement. Means output of this equation is x complement plus z complement. See, this is the output. Reduce function for the given equation is x complement plus y complement. Then the simplification for 4 variables. If reduce the following function using K-map, f is the function of w, x, y, z. It contains the 7 minterms, w complement, x complement, y complement, z complement plus w complement, x complement, y complement, z, like that. In this equation, there are 4 variables. Therefore, K-map contains the 16 cells, 4 rows and K-map contains 4 rows and 4 columns, means the 16 cells, like this. In the first rows, w and x is 0 0, whereas yz change its value. See the coding for the yz equal to 0 0 in a first column, second column 0 1, third column 1 1 and fourth column 1 0. Whereas for the rows, yz in a first row is 0 0, second row is 0 1, third row is 1 1 and fourth is 1 0. Since in the equation it contains the 7 minterms. 7 minterms means 7 ones. Now put the values in the K-map. In the first minterm, all the variables in the complemented form, means all variables value is 0 0. Wx 0 0, yz is 0 0. Therefore, this cells represented by 1. Second is represented wx 0 0, y complement z means y is equal to 0, z is equal to 1, this value contains 1, and we put in this way all the values. Now see the groups, how many chords, and the pairs are connected here. In the first glance, if we in this K map see here, these two are adjacent, these two ones are adjacent, these two ones are adjacent, and this is in the corner place. Means we see that there are the three pairs, possible pairs, and one single one. In this equation, when we see that there are the 7 ones, at the first time we see that these two ones are adjacent to each others. These two ones are adjacent to each others. These two ones are adjacent to each others, and in this row these two ones are adjacent to each other. Means we say that there are the three pairs, but no. There are two chords and one pair, means the three groups. How? See here, this one, two ones in the first row, and these two ones in the last row are adjacent to each other. When we fold from here, the K map is fold from here, then these two ones are overlap here. When we fold like this, then this one is overlap here and this one overlap on the last one. Means these two ones and these two ones forms the chord. These two ones are adjacent to each others, means one pair, and these corner ones by the folding and wrapping. If we fold here first time and second here time, then all ones are, when we fold here and here, all corner ones are overlap to one another, means these corner ones forms the group. See here, like this, there are two chords and one pair. For the chords, first chord in a pink color, value of x in a first and last row is 0. Value of x in first and last rows is 0, means x complement, and first and second column y is equal to 0 and z change from 0 to 1, therefore it is eliminated. Means x and y only remains and both contains the value 0, therefore its mean term is x complement y and z, x complement into z complement. This is the reduced form. Second chord means the corner ones. Corner ones, see here, for the corner ones, in a first column both are 0 0, in the last column y and z is 1 0, means z constant, therefore its value is z complement. First row and last row x is 0, therefore its value is x complement z complement. For this corners 1, for this chord x here, for